of shit. A piece of shit. Oh, Jake, you suck.
Hello, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Talking to Myself with me, your host, Jake Letizia, or Letizia, if you want to pronounce it. Oh, man. I just coughed right to that mic, didn't I? Oh, God. Sorry about that. What a great start, me just fucking coughing hardcore into the mic. By the way, I only coughed like that because I'm alone right now. If I was in public, I would cover my goddamn mouth, okay? I'm not some monster. And I wouldn't do it with my hand, all right? Because I might have to shake somebody's hand later or put my hand on a subway pole or touch something that someone else is going to inevitably touch. So you cough. You do a vampire cough, all right? You cough right into your fucking cowl, okay? Like that. That way you don't get anybody sick and you're just coughing on yourself, all right? You're not coughing on a piece of you that's going to be on somebody else later, you fucking rude piece of shit. Anyway. All right, dude. Coming in hot. How's it going, everybody? Today I'm wearing a gray sweater because I've noticed that I wear the same fucking sweater in every podcast. And not only did I notice it, but then somebody else told me about it. So then I really noticed it. It's one of those things where I was like, it doesn't really matter. You know, I wear what's comfortable. I wear what I like to wear. And then somebody was like, hey, man, do you ever change your sweater? Yeah, I do. But like, you know, maybe I like wearing the black one for the podcast, dude. Maybe that's my most comfortable one. It makes me feel me, dude. It makes me feel ready to talk nonsense constantly. All right? Maybe the gray one throws me off. Maybe I'm uncomfortable. Look, my arms are crossed, man. Maybe you fucked up the whole podcast because you made me insecure about wearing that goddamn black sweater all the time. All right? Maybe you're fucking up the flow by making me insecure about it. Okay? Friend who told me that? No, I love you. It's fine. It's fine. I appreciate that you said that. Because I was thinking it. That's the worst, when you're thinking about something and you're like, yeah, but only I think it. And then somebody else goes, nah, dude, I'm thinking the same fucking thing. Oh, man. That's my beard right now. I've already talked about that enough, though. My beard. I'm just waiting for someone to be like, hey, man, no. Every piece of it that you don't like, I don't like either. I already talked about this. I don't want to talk about my fucking beard again. Anyway, I finished writing the sketch where I need this beard for, so I'm pretty excited about filming that. I hope it comes out the way I want it to. If it does, yeah, I'm very excited to show people. But anyway, we didn't even film it yet, so let's not get carried away. Also, let's get into the podcast, man. Let's talk some nonsense, okay? Don't cough into your hand, especially if you live in New York City, all right? It's a fucking cesspool of disease. The subway, covered in fucking germs. You don't need to be party to more germs. It's so funny because you always see the people with the surgical masks on, and they piss off my brother to no end. And they used to bother me because they used to bother me and my brother because we always thought like, oh, the person wearing the surgical mask is like acting like they don't want to be sick. Like they make you feel like sickness is around. They remind you that you could get sick because they're trying so hard not to get sick. I don't know. My brother just gets so, whenever they're on planes, the people with the surgical masks, he gets so fucking pissed off. Because he's just like, I'm not gonna, he's like, it makes me want to make you sick that you have that surgical mask. I want to take it off and cough in your fucking face. But it was funny because I always thought of it as it's a person trying not to be sick. I always just imagine an asshole being like, all you sick fucks, I won't be a part of you. But then we looked it up one time, and the first definition or reason that came up for people wearing surgical masks is that they're sick and they don't want to get others sick. So it became an actual, like, very nice thing instead of an asshole thing. It became like a very like, oh no, I'm looking out for everybody else. I don't want to spread the germs around. Right? I'm doing the step above coughing into your fucking shoulder. I'm putting a goddamn mask over my face, so if I cough, it just goes back on my lips and nowhere else. That person went from being a huge asshole in my brain to like the nicest person ever. I'm not gonna buy a surgical mask if I'm sick just so other people don't get sick. The most I do is the cow cough. I'm not fucking. I won't cough in my hand, but I will not buy a surgical mask. Okay, I'm not spending money to make sure this asshole next to me on the subway doesn't get a fucking cough. All right, dude. I don't know. When I'm sick, I do make sure that I'm not contagious if I'm going to see other people. I was sick recently. I was sick this past week. I got fucking strep throat, dude. Also, every person I told this week that I have strep throat, they responded with, "You get that a lot, huh?" No, dude, I don't get it a lot. I just get sore throats a lot. And then I go, "Oh, I think it might be strep throat." And then I go to the doctor, find out it's not. But because I said I think it might be to you, you just go, "Oh, he's got strep throat." Because I don't follow up and go, "Never mind, I don't have it." So all these motherfuckers, because I always think I have strep throat, everybody thinks I have it because they don't hear the ultimate thing that happens. The doctor usually being like, "Nah, dude, you just got a sore throat. It's fine. It's an infection." That's the fucking most irritating thing a doctor can say to you. It's a virus, 24-hour virus. It'll be gone in a couple days. Okay, man, I can't schedule around it might be gone in a couple of days. Because most of the time when you're like, it might be gone in a couple of days, it's there for 3 fucking days. And I'm like, do I get other people sick? How am I supposed to operate now? So fucking stupid. Anyway. I go to this urgent care by my house, by my apartment, and it's the worst. It's the worst. It's the only place that takes my insurance, so that's why I go there. But if I had different insurance, I would never step foot in this fucking place again. It's the worst place I've ever been to. One time I went in there and I was like, I didn't have that bad of a sore throat, but I had a fever, and I felt nauseous and I felt sick and awful. And I went, and I always think it might be strep. But this is the one time I didn't think it was because my throat wasn't hurting. So I went to the urgent care, and I get in there, and I'm like, "Oh, could you give me a strep test?" And the doctor checked things out and looked in my throat and felt things. And he was like, "Oh, there's no way you have strep." I go, "Oh, well, could you at least just give me a test?" And he goes, "Nah, dude, there's no way." He goes, "There's no point in giving you one because there's no way you're going to have strep." And I was like, it takes just fucking swab. Why was he so adamant about me not getting a strep test? Like, does it cost them a ton of money to buy those fucking sticks that they swab my throat with and make me gag on? Just make me gag for a second and check if I have strep throat. But he was like, "No, there's no way, okay? As a doctor, if you had it, I'd be able to see it, okay? And there's no signs that you have it. No visual signs." So I go, "Okay." And then I go home, and then 3 days go by, and I feel fucking worse than 3 days ago. And then I go to a different doctor, and she feels my throat, and the moment she touches my throat, she goes, "Oh yeah, your glands are all swollen. You probably have strep." And then she swabs me, and it fucking, before, like, it took like a half a second, and the thing, the strep test rang and was like, "Oh yeah, you have strep. You have a lot of strep. You have an amount of strep where it probably went unchecked by a doctor, huh?" What a fucking asshole, dude. There's no way you'll ever have it. Go to the doctor 2 feet away from them, and they're like, "Oh, dude, you have it. Here's moxicillin, dude." Or here's amoxicillin. I always say moxicillin. Here's amoxicillin, dude. Take that and you won't fucking die. But of course, I go there every time because I have to go there because they take my insurance. So another time I'm there, I get in there, and the doctor has a fucking surgical mask on, right? So already, as you know from a second ago when I was talking about this, I'm feeling heated, dude. Because he comes off like an asshole to me with the surgical mask. Because I'm not that sick, dude. That's my first thought is, I'm not that sick. I'm not going to get you anyway. Like, you don't need the surgical mask. But part of me was like, he is a doctor. They probably have him just laying around in there. Might as well wear a surgical mask and be extra protected. Because you're seeing sick patients all day. Whatever, man. That's cool. But then he comes up to me and he shakes my bare hand with his bare hand. Dude, if you're going to wear a surgical mask, you wear fucking latex gloves with it. What is the point of the surgical mask? If you're going to not wear gloves with it, you fucking asshole. Oh my God, that pissed me off so much. Right? So then he checks me out. He sees whether I'm, he looks at different shit. He's very quiet. He's not saying much. And then he Purells his hands, which he wouldn't need to do if he just wore fucking latex gloves along with his goddamn surgical mask that are a perfect fucking fit together. Anyway, he Purells his hands and then he goes, "So you have influenza." Now, maybe I'm stupid, right? Because when he said you have influenza, I didn't automatically go, oh, that's the flu. Because usually if you have the flu, somebody goes, hey man, you got the flu. But instead he said influenza, which sounds like a much more dangerous disease that's going to kill me in 2 hours. So he says influenza, and I go, I gotta Google that because I think I'm going to fucking die. And I go, influenza? And he goes, yeah. So what you got to do is, he doesn't acknowledge, like this guy's acting like everyone says influenza instead of the flu. Like he just glossed over it and pretended like I'm supposed to know, like I wasn't confused. I looked at him like this. Influenza? I was clearly confused and needed a doctor to explain to me. I needed a doctor to do his job and be like, oh, influenza is the flu. You got not a lot to worry about, all right? Some people die from it, but you're a strong young boy. You'll be fine. But instead he goes, yeah, influenza. Anyway, you're going to want to take 3 Motrin every 6 hours. Make sure it's with food. And then you're going to want to drink honey. Or not drink it, just like put it in your throat. I don't know. You're going to want honey. That's what he said. Lots of honey. Honey will really do it for you. Which I didn't know that the cure to the flu is fucking honey. I had no idea that you just guzzle honey and gain 20 pounds. I didn't know that that's how you deal with the flu. But apparently, according to this doctor who only wears a surgical mask and no latex gloves because he's hippity-dippity fucking asshole over here, he told me you gotta fucking eat honey, baby. So he shakes my hand again, my bare hand again. What kind of asshole wears a surgical mask and then says, hey man, you have influenza, and then shakes your bare hand with his bare hand? What kind of an irresponsible, stupid fucking doctor? Anyway, then he Purells his hands. I hate this guy. He leaves. I do the Motrin. I take, 3 Motrin every 6 hours or whatever it is. I don't do the fucking honey, okay? I'm not... What is that? I don't buy what he said. Drink a bunch of honey? What are you talking about? That's... Anyway. So then a couple days go by and I start feeling better. Like 2 days go by and I feel better. And then I go to another doctor again because for some reason, I go to this urgent care. Why aren't I just going to this other doctor first, you ask? I don't fucking know because the urgent care is closer to my house. Okay? I don't have to make an appointment for urgent care. Appointments and proximity to my home make it so that I'm going to this shitty urgent care before a fucking doctor. So I go to another doctor and I go, like, am I sick? What's going on? Do I have strep? And she was like, oh no, you're good. I was like, do I have the flu? And she goes, no, I don't. No, you just have like a virus. I think you'll be fine in like a day. And I go, somebody said I had a doctor said I had influenza the other day. And she's like, oh, you definitely don't. And I went, oh, well, that guy's a fucking idiot. And she didn't know how to react because sometimes when you curse in front of professional people, they don't know what to do. I like to curse in the doctor's office because a lot of times they either laugh or they're like, I don't know how I don't know what the fuck to say to you right now. Or I don't know what the heck to say to you right now. Excuse me. I forget that every person in the world doesn't curse all the time like me, but honestly, I say it way too much, man. I say fuck way too much. Listening back to this podcast, doing this podcast has made me realize I say fuck so much it's upsetting. It's upsetting to me, and I'm the one saying it, you know? And I don't care about cursing for the most part. But it's getting to be a lot. And also, I know what you guys are thinking. I should just go to the other doctor first. That's what I'll do from now on, okay? But the last time I went, I was like, I said I have a fever. I said my throat hurt. And then they checked my temperature. Dude, don't take Motrin. If you're going to the doctor or an urgent care, don't, maybe this is bad advice, I shouldn't say this, but don't take something that reduces your fever. Because every time I'm in this fucking urgent care, I take Motrin before, right? And I have a fever, and then the Motrin reduces my fever, and then I get there and they take my temperature, and it's 98 or 99 or whatever, and they go, oh, you don't have a temperature right now. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I just took Motrin. Like, they act like they don't believe that I had a fucking temperature a second ago. Yeah, I took medicine that reduces it, you fucking... Why are you doubting me? Why are you guys against me? You're supposed to be my doctor. I'm here for you to fucking help me. Anyway, she was like, do you want to take a strep test? Yeah, I just told you my throat hurt. Just give me the fucking strep test. She did it. I gagged. And the doctor came in, and the thing fucking rang. The test, because they put the test in the corner. And it went off, and he goes, yeah, so you have strep throat. And then he was like, and they kept asking me, do you have a flu shot? Hey, do you have a flu shot? Did you get your flu shot? No, I didn't get a flu shot, dude. I went in Dwayne Reed the other day. It was a 2-floor Dwayne Reed. I enter at the top floor, and they go, hey, if you go downstairs, we're giving out flu shots. I don't want to go to the basement of a Dwayne Reed to get a fucking flu shot. I don't trust any of what you just said. Like, what? I want to buy a Monster and some Tic Tacs and get the fuck out of there. I don't want to be stabbed in the arm by a stranger in a fucking basement of a convenience store. I don't want to do any of those things. God damn. Anyway, she gives me the strep test. I go, and she goes, oh, sorry. Listen, man, I just feel bad because I'm like gagging at the person. One time somebody gave me a strep test and I like spit at them. I felt really bad. But what are you going to do? My throat is swollen and you're scraping my swollen throat. There's going to be some splashback, you know? Anyway. So this guy goes, he goes, you don't have a cough, right? And I go, no. And he goes, oh, okay. Well, it's definitely just, it's strep. Unless you have a cough, then it might be the flu. Like, he was saying it like he wants me to have a cough. Like, he's like, come on, get the fucking flu. Like, I feel like more and more doctors want you to get the flu. They want you to get the flu if you don't get a flu shot, because then they're like, you should have got one. See? Why didn't you fucking get one? Like, can't doctors just treat you instead of fucking guilt trip you into getting other goddamn shots? I have not gotten the closest I've ever gotten to getting the flu was this guy saying I had influenza, and he was fucking wrong, okay? So until I get the flu, I'm not going to get the flu shot, all right? People are like, just get it, just get it. I don't want it. And it's not like for a fucking reason like, you know, like anti-flu shot, anti-vaccine. It's not like I don't want to get autism. That's not why. Also, by the way, these all right. It's a hot button issue. I know, anti-vax and everything, but like, I don't get I don't get it. Hey, do you want your kid to have a vaccine that will make sure that they don't get a disease that will murder them? Or do you want to not give him the vaccine and maybe he fucking dies? Or gets measles and then spreads it to other kids who aren't vaccinated, or spreads it to people who are vaccinated, but measles comes back so strong that it just fucking kills everybody. You want to start a plague, or are you too afraid that your kid might have autism from a fucking vaccine shot? Hey, dude. I don't know. I just think you're a piece of shit parent. Like, why are you that afraid of your kid having autism? Like, they're not bad kids for having that. Like, what? I don't know. Just try a little harder as a parent and you'll have a great, beautiful kid that's not fucking dead. I'd rather have a kid with autism than give him measles. What the fuck? I don't know. I just think, I don't... Maybe that's fucked up. The anti-vaxxers gonna fucking come for me, dude. Good thing no one listens to the podcast. Those anti-vaxxers are gonna cut my goddamn throat. Just get your kids vaccinated, man. Just get them vaccinated. And if your kid gets autism, love the kid and take care of him. I don't understand. It's better than him being dead. I don't understand. I don't get it. Anyway, shit. I didn't even expect this to be so fucking medical, dude. This is why I like this podcast, though. Every time I write down all these things, but then sometimes I just go off the fucking rails and talk about whatever slips into my stupid fucking brain. Anyway, get your kids vaccinated, all right? I'm going to get my kids vaccinated. And speaking of healthy things and vaccinations, drink Monster. It's good for you. Oh man, I used to get into arguments with my ex about. Well, I mean, this is just an argument I've had my whole life. People come up to me and they go, "Oh, you drink energy drinks? Those are terrible for you." And they do it while they're holding a fucking cup of coffee. "Oh, those are bad for you." "Oh yeah, why?" "Oh, cause it's sugar. So much sugar." "Yeah, not this one though. Not the blue one." "What?" "The blue one has 7 grams of sugar." "I thought they had a lot." "No, yeah, the green one does. It has like 55. They're like, "Yeah, but isn't that like it's 0 sugar, right?" "Yeah." No, it's not. I mean, it's not. It's there's 7 grams in there. There's just less sugar. It's not a, there's just less of it. "Oh, well, the caffeine's crazy in those things, right?" "No, actually, it's less than a large cup of coffee." "Oh, yeah, and aren't you drinking a large cup of coffee right now?" "Oh, shit, yeah." "Okay. So why don't you get out of my fucking face?" Also, none of those people do if you do the research on energy drinks, the conclusion for most of them is it hasn't been around long enough. We don't really know. Which I guess is not good. But it's like, listen, man, if there was definitive shit that was like energy drinks are no good for you, I would try not to drink them. I can't say I would not because I don't know. I mean, all I like is is Monster. And it's because I've been drinking them since I was fucking 13 years old, so I'm addicted to them. I don't know, I started shifting to coffee a little bit. I drink coffee more now. But that's bad for you too. And I fucking hate these goddamn people who try and say coffee is good for you. My ex used to argue with me all the time about coffee, how coffee is good for you. She would get mad at me for drinking Monster, and then she would drink coffee every day, and I'd be like, that's not, coffee's not great for you, right? She goes, "No, it is good for you. There's benefits to it." Yeah, you look it up and it goes, benefits to coffee. Negatives to coffee. Increased heart rate. You can overdose on caffeine. You can have a fucking heart attack. Like, there are benefits and negatives, pros and cons to most fucking things. Oh, man. But that's the thing now. Everyone goes to, Bill Burr said this, I'mRight.com. And people do that. People just go, "Oh, this new article says that eating 2 meals a day is actually better than eating 3 meals a day? Oh, then I guess I'm killing it." I don't know if that's true. I have no idea. My phone went off. Sorry, I got distracted. I don't know if that's true, though. I eat 2 meals a day. For the most part, I rarely ever eat 3 meals a day. Now, do I believe that it's better to have 2 meals a day than 3? No, but that's what I've been doing. And an article coming out saying that I'm right, does that feel good? Yes, but I don't know if it's true. I have no fucking clue, dude. Right now you got wars between carnivore diet and fucking veganism, pure veganism. People are saying that eating meat is great for you, like just eating meat is amazing for you, and then other people are like, no, it's fucking terrible for you. Veganism is the way. I don't know, dude. I don't know. There's probably benefits to either. Okay? That's what it usually is. There's benefits to everything and negatives to everything. You just got to do the thing that makes you healthy. Okay? I don't know. I've eaten meat my whole life, though. I've never tried to not eat it. I mean, I grew up, my dad he still owns a butcher shop. So, like, it was hard for me not to eat meat as a kid. Although, I did not try. I never even thought about not eating meat. Maybe it's because it was so accustomed to me. I mean, I would go in the back of my dad's store and there would be hanging meat. And I thought it was cool. So, I mean, I just thought, I've always grown up thinking like, oh, okay, you eat meat. That's what you do. And now that I'm older, I like meet more and more vegetarians, and some of my best friends are vegetarians, and those are the people who make you want to try vegetarianism. Are the people who are cool about it, who tell you about it, who are nice about it, who don't shame you for eating meat. That people who do that, I don't understand your angle. Okay, if you're screaming "fuck you" at somebody, they're just going to say fuck you back. If somebody's like, hey, you eat animals, you're a piece of shit, I'm going to go, I don't care about anything you say next. I don't give a fuck about the rest of the words coming out of your mouth. But if somebody came up to me and was like, hey, you want to try this recipe? I go, sure. And then I eat it and they're like, I go, what's in this? And they go, oh, it's all vegan. And I'm like, oh, fuck, vegan food is good. Maybe I will shift my fucking life. You don't go over someone's house and go, hey, I mean, you eat meat, right? And you own a dog. I don't think you should be able to own a dog if you eat meat, okay? Because honestly, like, how would you like if I slit your fucking dog's throat? Hey, what, dude? Honestly, like, I love animals, but I will threaten to slit your dog's throat if I need to prove a point. Somebody, a vegan actually did that. Threatened to slit a family dog's throat at a birthday party, and I was like, oh, dude, you're a fucking sick vegan, dude. I'm sure everyone's on board with you threatening to slaughter a beloved animal in a household. Also, like, there were other vegetarians at the table with her, and they were like, hey, I'm not on your side right now. Hey, I understand that you want people to join your cause, but this isn't the way to do it, threatening to slit their dog's throat. Also, couldn't she have just said, kill your dog? Like, I don't think it's right to own a dog and also eat meat, because what if we killed your dog and ate it? Like, that'd be fucked up. You didn't need to say, what if we slit your dog's throat? That's you just being a little bit extra of a piece of shit. Anyway, the camera's going to cut off, so let's go into our next section. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, and we're back, everybody. So, yeah, veganism. Veganism. To be fair, this person was very drunk and they got very angry, and, it is what it is. This vegan person who, she just, I don't know. It came from a different place, okay? When someone, I was at someone's birthday party. It was a dinner party. It was a small party. And this person got very drunk. And the whole time she was being very uncomfortable. She was saying sexual things to me that I would just ignore. Because we were playing Cards Against Humanity. I know what you're thinking. Basic as fuck. But you know what? I like that game. It's a little bit basic, that game. But I like it. And it got to the point where there was a card that was like, I'm not the most handsome, or I don't look great, but I fuck like whatever. And she was like, what do you fuck like? What do you fuck like? And I just stared at her, and I repeated the card, and then she goes, no, but can I play with you for a second? Like, what do you fuck like? And I went, anyway. Or there was a part where I was like joking, dancing to one of the songs. And then she's like, you got it. You know it. Oh my God. Oh my God. And I just stopped dancing and then looked at my cards and was like, can you please stop fucking talking to me? I don't know, dude. And then it escalated and escalated and escalated. And then all of a sudden she just started talking about veganism for no reason and getting angry at the people at the party who were already very uncomfortable. and being polite. We were uncomfortable being polite to her, and then she got fucking vicious and just started being like, if you eat meat, you're a piece of shit, and blah, blah. And then she was like, honestly, I know it's your birthday, to the birthday person, but like, if I slit your dog's throat, like, how would you like that? Well, probably we would not like it because it's a beloved dog in this room. Also, fuck that argument. That's a stupid argument. You eat meat, right? Would you eat your own dog? Nah, because I love and know my own dog. A strange animal, sure, I'd eat it. Okay? Put it this way. If I had a child, right? And we were on a desert island and the kid died, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay? If it's lunchtime and he's been dead for a while, I don't know what I might do. Also, if I was starving to death, for sure I'd kill that dog immediately. Like, what are you talking about? I'm not going to kill the dog while there's other food to eat. But if the dog is there and I need nutrients and I'm going to die, I don't know. I just think that's a stupid thing. You got to pick a random animal. Would you eat that squirrel or eat that chicken? I don't know, man. I don't care about either of them, so I don't know. I just don't like when people who are vegans act like they are the best people in the world, especially because I know people who are vegans or vegetarians who are very nice people who don't act like that, but then everyone thinks, because the vocal minority of vegans are the ones who are like, oh my god, you're a eating piece of shit. So then everyone thinks that all vegans are like that because they're the assholes always shine above everyone else because the assholes don't shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So every group is generalized to the asshole person in the group because they're the ones speaking for everyone all the time, because all the people who are cool in the group are like, oh, well, I'm not going to speak on all vegans because I'm just one person. But the asshole is like, I'm going to speak for every vegan. Let's slit your fucking dog's throat so that you know that killing animals is bad. Every vegan goes, hey, man, I don't want to slit a dog's throat. And then she was talking about how, like, people get on her ass about smoking. She was like, I mean, people always bring up that I smoke and like that's bad, but like it's nothing compared to killing animals. Well, you're kind of harming the air they breathe in, but okay. You're kind of destroying the environment in which they live by smoking. You're polluting the fuck out of the sky and harming animals' throats, but okay, dude. Nah, you're fucking perfect, dude. Also, it's always like, oh, you don't care about animals. Maybe I don't care about them as much as you. I don't know. I care about animals, like I do, but I don't care about them enough to not eat them, which is a fact. It's true. If you eat animals, and a lot of people don't want to accept that. Like a lot of people I know who eat meat, they're like, I love animals. I love them so fucking much. And you're like, yeah, but you don't love them enough to not eat them, okay? You don't. People, I don't know. You don't. You just don't. And that's the thing too, is that we all, I think we can all find common ground on, some of us love animals to the point where we don't want to eat them at all. And we change our lifestyles and our diet to not eat animals. Okay? Then other people do that same thing because they think factory farming is bad, which I totally respect. I do think factory farming is terrible. And I think the living conditions for animals is, for the most part, is fucking awful. Okay? And a lot of people who are vegetarian are people who go, well, if I was in an environment where I was on a farm and everything and it was all organically made and raised and you raise the animals and you killed them yourself, then I would do it. That's all respectable. All of that is respectable. And I agree with all that, but but I still eat a cheeseburger. You know what I'm saying? I still, like, I think all of that is terrible, but obviously I don't think it's terrible enough to not go to Shake Shack tomorrow, you know? And right now, talking about Shake Shack, I want to eat, and I'm going to eat Shake Shack. There might be a day, I mean, sometimes I'll be honest, I do eat meat and I'm like, this is a fucking animal, huh? Like it feels like a cat, like it feels like you're biting into a cow sometimes. Sometimes you eat a cheeseburger and you're like, oh, this is flesh, huh? I really can tell this is flesh right now. And I mean, maybe those moments will build up and I'll stop eating meat, but like, I don't know. I love animals and I think they're awesome and I don't want them to be harmed or hurt. But I do eat meat, so I got to admit, I guess I don't love them enough to not eat meat. Also, why do burgers smell like... Whenever I eat Shake Shack, I smell the burger, and the burger smells like shit. What is that? Am I the only one who thinks that? They smell like poo. What is that? Is that because the cows are not... The cows are like so... Did fucking beef always smell like poop? I don't understand. Am I the only one who thinks this? Next time you have Shake Shack, just stick your nose deep into that fucking double Shack burger and go, oh man, this smells like fucking shit. All right, and then take a bite. Because it's never stopped me. I've had that thought, this smells like shit, and then I eat the whole thing and go, that was delicious. I don't know. I think we can all unite in the fact that if I pose the question to the most devout vegetarian or vegan, and I said, hey, all animals will never be hurt ever again, and no one will eat animals ever again, and we'll all coexist beautifully together, and there'll be no more violence towards animals, and they'll all have great living conditions. That will all happen, but we have to kill you. And even the most devout vegan will go, nah. I think most of us don't love animals enough to trade our life for all animals, you know? If somebody said that to me, hey man, factory farming will stop tomorrow, but we have to kill you, I'd be like, oh, that sucks for those animals, huh? I'm sorry, cows, but I only have one life, you know? Hey man, I'm being as honest as I can, okay? I mean, you might think I'm a piece of shit for that, but it's true. It's true. And so many people fucking agree, they just won't say it. Even if it's not you, well, maybe if you hate your fucking... I was going to say, if somebody said, hey, an animal will never be hurt again, but we're going to kill your mom right now, you'd go, hey, man, fuck those chickens. Unless you hated your mom. I mean, if your mom's a piece of shit, then maybe just be like, yeah, kill my mom, and then I'll be the god of the chickens. I'll be lord of chickens. That'd be sick. I'll be lord of the animals. I'll be the Jesus of Nazareth for fucking cows, man. It'll be sick. I don't know, man. Let's get silly. Let's go back to silly stuff. There's a guy who sits on my stoop every day and just smokes weed every day. Which is, I guess it's fine. It's just so blatant. And he lives on the first floor. Like, why not just smoke in your apartment with the window open? Like, I don't understand why he does it so blatantly on the stoop. And then he fucking puts napkins in the door so that he doesn't have to remember his keys. Leave your window unlocked. Like, climb in if you get locked out. Like, don't put napkins in the fucking door so people could just wander into my building. But every time I see this guy, I just want to shout at him. Hey, dude, what are you doing? Smoking weed? Hey, what's that, weed? Hey, buddy. What's that fucking marijuana? I do. Hey, dude, what's that, weed? Hey, can I take a toke, buddy? Just watch him be like, what the fuck? No, it's oh, man, just legalize weed at this fucking point. It's so everyone blatantly smokes it in New York. Like, it's not even a thing. Cops only stop you for weed nowadays. Well, I mean, I guess this is the white perspective. If I guess cops only stop you if you have weed if they're racist or if you're there for a long time. A friend of mine, he notoriously, R.I.P. He's dead now, but he notoriously would when people would smoke bowls with him, he would hold it there for like 30 minutes. It would get passed to him, and then he would stand there for and just talk until somebody was like, "Hey, dude, pass it." So apparently, he what's it called? He went to fucking he was in Central Park. He was in some park, I think Washington Square Park or something. He was in a park in New York City, and he did that. Of course, he was with his girlfriend, and of course he did that where he held the bowl. Well, he didn't say. This is what happened. He got arrested for smoking weed in the park, and everyone was like, "Dude, that's so crazy! Like, that's so. How did that even happen?" And I go, "You guys all know how it happened. He fucking did what he does, and the bowl got passed to him, and then he stood there for 30 minutes. And I bet a cop saw him the first 10 minutes and was like, "This kid will smoke, and they'll leave." And the cop watched the kid just hold the bowl for 30 minutes and was like, "Dude, I'm going to arrest you off of bad smoking etiquette alone." Like, I gave you guys plenty of time to finish that fucking thing and leave, but you had to talk for a goddamn hour and not even give your girlfriend another fucking puff. What are you doing? You're arrested now. I don't know. I don't really like weed. I'm not a big marijuana guy. I don't really like it, and people push it on me. The other night I was at this jazz bar, and this guy who I just met, he knew somebody who works at the jazz bar. That I was visiting someone at the jazz bar who works there, and a friend of mine who works at the jazz bar. Anyway, and this fucking bald dude, was a creep. He fucking sucks. Obviously, no one liked him. He was like the regular who nobody fucking likes. He's the regular who announces he's a regular all the time. You know what I'm talking about? If anyone's been a regular at a bar or any place, he's the guy who thinks he's a regular before he is one. He says hello too soon. You know what I'm talking about? When you're a regular at a place, you keep going for a while, and you don't bother people. And then eventually, everyone starts saying hello to you, and that's when you say hello back, okay? Because then you go, "Oh, people know me here, and it's a thing, and hello to you as well." You don't come in from the gate going, "Hey, this is my place, hey, what's up, hey," and memorize everyone's fucking names. You memorize everyone's names, but you don't fucking go off the handle saying them the second time you get there. Anyway, this fucking guy, and he was like, "Hey, it's he was saying, I don't know, he was saying a bunch of bullshit. He was describing the girl who is my friend, my friend who works there. He was like, "Oh, she's a butterfly." He had some weird European accent. He was like, "Oh, she's a butterfly. She's so good at what she does. Oh, she's beautiful." And I was like, "All right, dude, you're creepy. You're creeping me out, and you're not even talking about me. Okay? You're fucking freaking me out." And he's like, let's go outside and smoke a little bit of weed." And I was like, "Nah, I'm good, man. First of all, I don't smoke. Second of all, I don't know you. And third of all, get the fuck away from me." And he's like, come on, really pressuring me. And I'm like, "Dude, leave me alone." But I wanted to say that. That was the internal me, but external me was like, nah, I'm good, man. It's okay. It was nice meeting you, though. I'm glad to meet you, and I appreciate the offer, but I don't want to do it. So much of life is just doing that. Nah, man, I'm okay. No, you have to. You have to come smoke with me. Nah, it's good. I once got out of a fight because I disagreed with the guy. I was at a bar in my hometown, and this kid was like, we got into a discussion where he's like, dude, I could beat the fucking shit out of you. And I was like, I don't agree. And he was like, what? I go, I don't think you could. And he was like, dude, I would beat the fucking shit out of you. And I was like, I don't know, I don't think you would though. I disagree. And he goes, and he's looking at me like we're gonna fight. And so to diffuse it, I was like, why do you think you can? Why are you so sure that you can? And he goes, well, I just think I could beat the shit out of everybody. Like I always think I could beat the shit out of people. I go, oh, okay, I mean that makes sense then, but I don't think you could. I disagree. But we're not gonna fight, so it's whatever. And then the guy was just like, all right. I'm telling you, man, if you stay calm in situations like that, things go fine. If you're calm and persistent, I don't agree. Okay. I mean, his choice was either to not fight me or punch me in the head. I wasn't saying that he couldn't. I was just saying that I don't agree with him. It's a matter of opinion. He thinks he can. I think I can. We're not going to fight. Let's not find out. And let's all both live in our delusional worlds where we won the fight that didn't happen. Anyway, weed, man. It's a drug. Legalize it. Fucking legalize it, my guy. All right, that was weird. It's so funny because I talked about all this shit and everything I wrote down is like so just, normal basic shit. I wish I could sing and play piano. This is a thing that I don't know if a lot of people know about me, but I wish I could. I wish I could sing so bad and play piano. And I think I could learn how to play piano. I just never did. I just think, here's the thing. I wish I could sing, but I never would. I would only sing in an environment where you're allowed to. Because singing is a skill that you can't casually do. Because the moment you casually do it, you sound like a fucking asshole, And also, you got to be amazing at it to casually do it. I had a neighbor who would sing all the time. All the fucking time. Just like casually for fun. And every time I heard her, I was just like, you don't sing well enough to do this. You know what I'm saying? She sang just good enough for it to be fucking annoying. And me wanting to knock on the door and go, can you shut the fuck up? It's so, oh my God. There's nothing worse than somebody being pretty good at singing and then just singing all the fucking time. And of course, I feel like people who sing really well never sing. People who sing poorly never sing. And then people who sing pretty good don't ever shut the fuck up. I went to the store. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, but I would love to be good at piano because you can casually start doing that. You can, and that's like the main reason I want to learn piano is because every once in a while there's a piano just sitting in a room, and if you could just walk up and put your beer on it and then just casually start like, that's what piano sound to me. And just people are like, damn, he's fucking good at piano. I didn't know Jake could fucking rip it on the piano. That's goddamn sick. I just want that. I want surprise like, oh, fuck. So many skills I wish I learned just because it would be more impressive in dating scenarios. Like, I wish I could play piano because I think that, if I casually started playing, there'd be certain women who are like, fuck, dude, I want to get his goddamn number now, dude. Oh my God, I'm a fucking waterfall right now. Can you say Niagara Falls? Because that piano playing is sick. Anyway. Sorry, that was aggressive. No, but like sign language. Like I wanted to any language. Like I'm so mad that my dad didn't teach me Italian because it would be so cool on a date. Because all the time people were like, "Do you speak another language?" And I go, I should. Because my dad's from Italy. I think I've said that on this podcast. I say that all the time to fucking everybody. My dad's from Italy, just in case. Just in case you're wondering why I'm very emphatic sometimes, and also if you ever meet my dad, he's from Italy, okay? That's why he is the way he is, and that's why I have a little bit of residue left over from him. But he fucking speaks Napotalian, like he speaks Naples dialect of Italian, and he spoke it when we were kids at family get-togethers with his other family members, but he never fucking taught us. And I asked him, I go, why didn't you teach us? And he goes, I had to learn English, so why would I want to teach you Italian? Because it'd be sick. I would have soaked that shit up like a sponge. I'd be fucking so impressive right now. Buongiorno, come stai? Beh, va bene. Sta posta. Cosa così. You know, I just said a bunch of fucking mild bullshit. I just said, like, that's not, I learned that from class. I didn't learn that from my dad. My dad could have taught me how to say, like, hey, what's up? How's it going? I'm going to beat the fuck out of that guy. Hey, you're beautiful. Let's hang out. Like, I don't know. My dad fucked me with the Italian, and it bothers me because I could be so impressive right now. Also, sign language. I remember I was on the subway one time and I saw all these different people doing sign language. I think it was like a group of hearing impaired people, and they were all doing sign language, and they all had like so much personality. Like every person had a different individual way they were signing. Like it was so beautiful and so specific to everybody. Like the same way everyone's voice is different, and they mumble or they, you know, have a certain accent. Like I could see the same characteristics, the same like interesting nuances to the way they were signing and their body language. Like it was so cool and specific to their personalities. And in that moment, literally what I thought was, dude, I should learn sign language because girls would think it's cool. To be fair, I was younger. I was like 20, 21, and I was like, dude, that'd be so impressive. Like, I mean, I am a man, so I'm a heterosexual man. So I think I think heterosexual men, a lot of motivations for things in their life is, a girl will look at me if I do that. The girl who I'm afraid to talk to over there, she's going to talk to me first if I fucking can tell a joke. But I guess it's kind of a sweet thing when it's honest. You know, that can become a gross thing though. For sure. Dude, this keeps happening to me on Instagram. I keep watching people's stories that I don't want to because I can't fucking click out of the screen. Do people do this? I know this is very like, what's the deal with Instagram? I'm Millennial Seinfeld. I can't click out of the story. How do I get out of this story? I don't want her to see I'm watching. But it's true. I follow a couple people who I'm trying to be coy about watching their shit. Or I'm just trying to straight up not watch their shit. And I go through the story, and then I'm trying to click the X, and instead it keeps jumping to the next fucking panel, and then I watch like 20 people's stories who I didn't fucking want to watch. I mean, sometimes I just click through everyone's story because I want to watch everybody. Sometimes I'm feeling like I want to know all of your lives and love you so much, okay? And then other days, I either don't, I'm just feeling blue and I don't want to see anything, or maybe there's specific people who I think are cute, who I don't want to watch their Instagram too much. What a weird fucking thing that's a part of dating now. You having to worry about someone seeing that you're watching their Instagram. There's too much connection, you know what I'm saying? This is not a new thing, but there's too many factors in dating where it's like, hey, I like you, I'm going to watch your Instagram story, but I can't watch it too much because then you're going to see that I'm watching it, and then I'm not going to watch it at all, and then I'm going to forget you exist, and then later I'm going to be like, oh, wait, I thought that girl was cute, but then I didn't look anymore because I didn't want her to think it was weird, but now I forgot about her, and now I feel bad, and now I don't know. And then you have so many fucking texts, and then you text people, you forget to text them, and they think it's on purpose, but it's not, but sometimes it is on purpose, and it's just like fucking everything's a nightmare nowadays. Communication is the fucking most irritating Communication is probably the most irritating it's ever fucking been, in my opinion. And anyway, that's a weird, sudden way to end this, but dude, I'm only doing an hour. That's how this goes. I'm not overstaying my fucking welcome. All right, I had fun, which is cool because I came into this today not wanting to do it and feeling really shitty, and I woke up this morning feeling really fucking bad, just mentally. And yeah, so thank you for listening. I had this put me in a great mood, and I love doing this. I love talking to you guys, and I'll make sure to keep varying up the outfits if I want to. Okay, you don't fucking control me. But no, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Like this, share it, subscribe it. I'm going to try and start putting them on iTunes now. So if you want to listen to iTunes, listen to iTunes. But yeah, subscribe. I love you guys. Keep listening. You're the best. All right. I'll see you next week. Bye. You fucks.
Jake, you're an idiot. Jake, you don't make any sense. Jake, you're a piece of shit.